YouTube, what's going on? I would have to say that I just was thinking about some things just this morning. Going out, getting ready to get the day started. I had to grab me some coffee. Usually don't grab coffee from 7-Eleven, but it is what it is. No, but it's kind of chilly out this morning. But back to the matter at hand. I was out and just thinking about how much things have changed in my life in a year. I would have to say first, I really concentrated on really getting my health tight. Really been hitting the gym hard. But when I mean hard, just being consistent. I'm getting up there in age, so I'm already stronger as an ox, so I don't really need to just build off strength. It's mostly me working on flexibility, a lot of push-ups, a lot of pull-ups, body weight, and timing. Timing, knowing how to slip move, timing, yeah, I'm big on that. I would have to say, a lot of reading, a lot of audiobooks this year. My goal was to do 50, but I ain't started until like May. So I kind of fell behind the 8 ball. But right now I'm on my 23rd book, I believe. Either 23rd or 24th, I gotta take a look. But I'm about to finish that book up. And it's the E-Myth Revisited. By Mr. Gerber, I believe his name is. I've been listening, I'm finishing that off. It has a lot to do with building a business and knowing. A lot of times, a lot of businesses fail is because you're a technician, but you don't know how to think like an entrepreneur. Like you have a bunch of different thoughts in your mind, but when you think like an entrepreneur, you know how to simplify things to where other people can work your plan and where you can push forward and expand on what you're trying to do. Basically, a lot of people are just technicians. They know the job, but they don't know how to delegate the job to other people. They always want to be hands-on, which in the end will just wear you out and your business won't last because it won't be fun. Think about it. It could be something you love to do and then grew up doing and love to do it. After a while, it won't even be fun to you because you've turned it into work when it wasn't supposed to be work. It was supposed to be something you enjoyed, something you loved doing, but you turned it into work. I've read or listened to audiobook, of course. And what I love about audiobooks, just to say this, I can be in the gym, go extra hard, like just lifting, push-ups, doing anything, squats, deadlift, and I can just listen to a whole book. Lightweight. If the book is about 3-4 hours, I can bang out almost a whole book. Because when I'm in the gym, I'm in the gym. If I'm like going for a run, I'm going for a run. That's going to be about a good hour and a half, 2 hours. So I can listen to at least almost a whole book or at least a quarter of it. That's why I love those. I listened to The Prince, Machiavelli. Interesting book, good book. I listened to Negotiate Like Your Life Depends on It by a gentleman, Chris Voss. Excellent book. Excellent book. Excellent book. Excellent. Telling you, excellent. A former FBI agent or something like that, negotiator guy. This is a dope book, man. Dope book. you basically learn that just because somebody tell you no, that's not the end. That's just basically the beginning of negotiating what you want to get accomplished. Real negotiating don't start with an easy, simple yes. It starts with a no. And sometimes you got to be able to recognize. What I love about that book, he kind of broke it down like, just because you get a yes don't mean it's the yes you really truly want. There's different levels of yes. There's different levels of yes. Trust me. I listened to Grant Cardone, Sell or Be Sold. Dope book. Course 48 Laws of Power. The 50th Law of Power with 50 Cent and Robert Greene. That's a good book. I listened to some other books, kind of like samurai-based, warrior-based. I don't even want to pronounce them because I'm going to butcher the name up, but they were really good. The Haruka or something like that. I can't. It's a good book. Like I've read a lot of books. Excellent. Just in how they've prepared my mind. Just looking at things, going off into the, the future, even in the present. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I love how I've grown a lot this year. I've grown a lot. Like, there are certain things that I look at now, looking back, because, we love to, like, self-reflect and, kind of look back on things, see how you miss certain things. I missed a lot of things because I just wasn't honest with myself. And that's just being real. What I mean by being honest with myself is that this is what happens in life. And I noticed this, or at least it happened to me. You want to be able to, when people tell you like, oh man, I went through this experience or I went through that experience and I changed, you really want to believe them. And sometimes at that point in time where you met them in life, it's probably true. They have changed. But this is the problem. And this is the issue with most human beings on this earth. If something's embedded in them, no matter how much they change, they really didn't truly change. Especially if they've been groomed that way. Like if you've been groomed a certain way, it don't matter how much you try to change on a certain level. That one piece of you gonna always pop back up. Especially if it's fed your ego. If it's fed your ego to do that, regardless of how mean and spiteful and like that's a beast. Your ego and your pride could be a beast. Especially ego. That is a monster. That ego is a monster, man. That's a monster. I used to think it was pride. No, it's ego. Ego is a monster. Because if you really think about how people operate and do things in the world right now, that's what's running everything. People running off sheer ego. That's it. That's really, truly it. It's sheer ego. I'm better than you. And this is what's so crazy about it. And I just love jujitsu because of this. Because the main thing my professor always told me, and still tells me to this day when I chop it up with him, is the rule of thumb is always when you come in here, you check your ego at the door. Because when you wearing your ego on your shoulder, you can't learn nothing. You're not even willing to learn. It's all about me, and me. What do I want? And there's nothing wrong with wanting what you want because that's how you have goals and aspirations and push ahead. But when your ego takes part to where you willing to do whatever it takes to accomplish, when you're willing to do whatever it takes in order for you to feel good about you and what you're doing, and you don't care about nothing in the world but you, that's savage. That's savage. That's savage. There's a lot of people in prison right now because of ego. There's a lot of people that's dead right now because of ego. That's what put them there. The same thing that can make you with your ego can definitely break you. That's what I'll say. You got to have it's not even a balance. You just got to understand when you're taking it too far. Which means I guess you got to have some, people say empathy. I would just think you just got to be human. You got to have some humility. That's really what it is. Just have some fucking humility. Honestly, just have some fucking humility. And it's not like I'm really even ranting when I say that. It's just, dude. I know it sounds corny to say, but treat people how you want to be treated. And then on top of that, I do you one better. I treat people the way I want to be treated, but I've also come to realize I treat you how you want to be treated. And what I mean by that is that if me and you interact and there's respect and we vibing with a certain energy, how you treat me is going to allow me to know, okay, because then I can actually learn more about you. And just from all this audiobook reading and listening to I've been doing is that I've learned a lot of that dealing with like just psychology in a way. That active listening. I really need to hear what you saying. Because a lot of the times what you telling me is in the words, but it's definitely within the actions. The words could be subtle and small. You might not even let the whole cat out of the bag with some of your words, but your actions is going to prove it. Your actions going to prove it. And what I realized, man, in this year, and I've known it my whole life. You got to think I'm 50. But what I really learned this year is that you know more about people based on who they friends are than you'll ever know by just listening to them tell you. Just look who they hang around with. Look what they friends do. I'm telling you. That tells you more about their character than anything else. And I'm talking about the people that they label as friends. Like, oh, this my best friend. This my this. This my, yeah. That's going to tell you really who they are. I've learned that out. That tells you everything you need to know. Everything. Everything. Because people don't claim nothing unless it's a benefit to them. Or just think about like this. If I want to be on shenanigans and fuckery and diabolical shit, I'm only going to hang with motherfuckers who on that same time. I'm not going to hang with nobody that got like integrity and a moral compass. I'm not going to do that. Because then that's going to make me start feeling a certain way. I might not want the angel on my shoulder on my right side and the devil on my left side. I might not want the angel on the right side. I might want to kick him off. So I need to hang with other people that's going to allow me to kick him off to get what I want. As long as I gain out of it what I want. Which to me is diabolical. It's diabolical out here. But for everything I've read, these books, I'm going to finish up that book, like I said, the E-Myth Revisited. and a lot of the other books I've read, which have been phenomenal, just in my personal growth, because it's all about personal growth. The skills I've acquired, like I'm going to do my hazmat, because I got everything else. I done went and, applied for my TWIC card, got fingerprinted for that. I had a situation that was holding me up somewhere that was big. Like, it wasn't big, but like, it was lingering. I got rid of that. It had to get gone. And it was easier to get rid of than I thought it would be. Sometimes you just got to do your research. Like, by doing martial arts, I've always learned to strategize and kind of understand. Then it was now with all the reading that I've been doing and just getting in my own mind and just realizing and recognizing who I am, I started really popping to where it was like, okay, let me see what avenues I could take to make this situation easier to deal with, and easier to navigate through. And I just started doing that. And I made a problem that wasn't big, but let's call it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to keep it real. It was about an 8, because it was affecting a lot of different things. To make that go away where it basically is nothing, like nothing. To make it go away like, oh, I can easily, what? All I got to do is do this, and this can just go away. And it's going to cost me this? Where I thought it might cost me a little bit of bread, I ain't going to lie, a couple thousand. It ended up costing me a couple hundred. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Man, like, the world has really opened up for me. I did some jujitsu, did some no-gi. Man, got my knees pretty good, man. Got them kind of scabbed up. I was kind of crazy. Got knee braces on, everything still got. But know what? It felt good to be in there, man. Did really well, too, because you never lose it. Like, you never lose it. Breathing was still there. I understand a lot of people try to be aggressive and do what they want to do. I had a gentleman I was rolling with. He was trying to talk me into a submission. He wanted me to be ultra aggressive. I told him, I said, man, come on now. I'm waiting for you to make a move. I'm not just laying here, but I ain't about to just overexert myself. I got about 5 more rounds to go. I already did about 5. Come on now. He couldn't get me. He was kind of just holding me. I was like, right now, man, you just stalling us out, man. Come on, you gotta make a move. I'm gonna be aggressive and make a move because I have to do it, but I'm not dumb enough to just give you my back or anything like that. I'm gonna make you work. But you gotta also try to be aggressive yourself. You can't just be holding on to me. Like, come on, that ain't how it work. Because neither one of us is learning anything in this experience right now. So, I would say, I don't know, man. This year's been dope, man. Met 2 other comrades, started up a business, really got that cracking. We all got different personalities, us 3. But I like how, like I say, I love how it blends, how it meshes. I would have to say I turned 50 this year in 25, and this has probably been one of the best years that I can probably remember in my life. Just from a personal growth, just from an understanding, just watching my boys get older, understanding how I need to approach life. I really, truly, like, I laugh. Like, I've had, some of my instructors, especially in trying to obtain my CDL, they'll call me like OG. They don't call me Unc. They'll call me like OG. That's what I usually get, OG. And I think that's just the way I carry myself. Because they shocked that I'm 50. Because they like, man, you in shape, man. Like, most 50-year-olds I see. But I will say this, I am in phenomenal shape to be. And I will say just getting rid of the negative possessive energy of the last couple of years, which I didn't even, man, sometimes people in situations can be like a leech or a vampire upon you, and they are sucking the life force out of you, and you don't even realize it. You done got used to it, and they are draining you. And know what's so crazy about it? They'll say the same thing about you in reverse. But this is the difference that you got to know and keep faith in. And this is what I do know. I never needed nothing negative to say about anybody or to accomplish whatever I wanted. I never needed shenanigans. I never needed lies. I never needed betrayal. I always stood with integrity. I always show respect and dignity to people who were younger than me, older than me, or who could be easily hurt by something I either said or did. They can't take that from me. They know. I can't say that about everybody else. But I know what I stand on. That's just real. But anyway. $50 years old is like, it's just been a wonderful experience. It's just been wonderful. Like I said, all the reading, the things I've learned just through the books. Like I said, it's been so many books. One day I might break down. Man, I learned all about S corps and LLCs because I really looked that up. I looked up accounting books and just listened to them. One book called Financial Statements. Plenty of books on real estate. I ain't gonna lie. Real estate, investing. Of course, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's a classic. I mean, it's been a wonderful year. Heavy equipment operator. Graduating from that. Man, do you know I got my asbestos contractor license in 3 states? Michigan, I'm a contractor's supervisor. Ohio, I'm a contractor. In Kentucky, I'm a contractor. I was thinking about getting one in West Virginia and Tennessee as well, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but just to be licensed in 3 other states, to start a business with 2 other guys that we actually get along, to, get my TWIC card, got my doubles, triples endorsement, about to snatch up my hazmat here. Shooting to get my CDL first pop out the door. And I'm not gonna lie, those maneuvers can be difficult, like that offsetting at 90. But driving the big truck is so fun, dog, I swear. It's fun and it's nerve-wracking because of the combination. And you just realize you a big dog when you really doing that. Like, you a big dog. I love it. It fits my personality. It fits my personality like no other. And then me branching off, creating my own business, which I'm gonna put the logo up and everything. That's why I said I just love like the licenses and things I've built. Like, I love the fact I'm learning, I'm learning how to drive a tractor trailer, that I've learned how to operate a telehandler, a bobcat, a excavator, a backhoe, already knew how to drive a forklift, you know, like that I learned how to deal with asbestos. Like, man, this has been a fantastic year. I can't complain. So to turn 50 and soak up all this knowledge just from the reading, and then just learning everything I've learned in acquiring these trades, these skills, I would say. Like, this has turned out to be, people call you Uncle OG when you 50, man. If you really fall into your place in life at that age, I call this like your golden time, because this is when it all come together. Like, based on everything I went through in life now, I wouldn't do nothing different. I used to think I would. Now that I've went through it and how it shaped me, I wouldn't. Because this is one thing I've learned from it. When you go through certain things in life, it tells you more about you. It tells you about people in life and how they view life, but it tells you more about who you are. One thing I've always known about me is that I love giving people chances. But when my back is against the wall, like jiu-jitsu or like being in a cage or like being in a boxing ring, anything competitive, I'm going to fight my way out. I'm going to fight my way out. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's how I've been groomed. I'm going to fight my way out. And I'm talking about I'm going to fight my way out. Like, it's gonna be life or death. I'm fighting tooth and nail. I'm like a Wolverine or a honey badger coming up out of that joint. I'm fighting. So, and I think when you just take that mentality, like Kobe, Mamba mentality, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So I would just say, I can't wait for 26. You know, we're gonna finish up 25 in style. You know, we got 2 more months to go, but I just love it that this journey is so dope to me, because I know next year is gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better because I'm constantly pushing. I'm pushing. And not only am I pushing the line, I got good, dope people with me that's willing to push this fucking line with me, man. And you cannot lose. You willing to push the line and operate with some integrity, and you know what you're talking about, and you plan your work and you work your plan, dog, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. I look up and got all type of business people around me now, man. And people that's willing to help. So to end this YouTube, I would say this. Plan your work. Work your plan. Believe in you. Understand that can't nobody stop you but you. And if you stand in your own way, you a damn fool. Because fear is just basically something that was false that you made into a reality. Usually fear is something that you believe to be real that's not real at all. But in your mind, you didn't put it in your mind that it can harm you, and then it end up harming you. Dog, you just go forward. You just go forward. That's all you do. You just go forward. El Matador. You just push forward, dog. You just push forward. So with that being said, man, Charles Iceberg Jr. here, a.k.a. Deuce. Signing off, man. Let's go on this journey together. Let's keep it moving. Subscribe. Push the like button. Let's get it.